4 packs total. 4 packs
Four
total.
packs.
Okay,
Nice,
on
so
the
that's
two,
not bad.
on those two codes, yes.
really hope for freaking legendaries. That's all I can say, dude. If I could go back to the packs that I got out of streams, winning streams, if they would have had that legendary duplication stuff implemented at the time, my collection would be so much better right
Oh,
now.
right.
Same.
Yeah, my collection got destroyed because I should have saved every single pack. I should have never opened a pack ever.
Have you eaten yet?
No, I'm gonna have
Go
to.
eat.
Go eat.
I know. I
Keep
really.
on pushing it
I'm
back.
actually streaming this
I know.
as
I just.
well.
It's just fun to talk to you guys.
Yep, go
You're,
eat,
you're
damn
streaming
it.
right now, Finn.
Only to...
Hold on.
Not to Twitch. It's to YouTube. I need
YouTube?
to... Yeah, I need to sort out how to get this onto Twitch and stuff. But all my Discord channel
All right.
outputs coming through there. So you're semi-live. Hey, I like listening to you. You're on my stream for once. Cool. Right. I'll post a link to when it's finished. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Number 1.
Yeah, I got to see this before I eat at least. I mean, I got to at least see what you get. I mean, pack openings are. A lot of people think pack openings are like the lamest thing ever. Like, there's so many people. It's like, oh, pack opening lame. Like, not really. I mean, that's. I think it's pretty exciting
Me too.
to
And
watch somebody open
the
packs.
thing I've got, I'm a Java developer, so I've actually been writing a Java API for this for Legends since I got into it. So I've posted some stuff, and I can build. I can actually build decks out of import codes and export codes and all that kind of stuff. So go on.
I don't mean to cut you off. What languages do you know?
Oh God, basically I know how to program, so languages aren't the issue. I have a lot: Python, Java, Basic, Bash, Python.
My friend, I got. I might have something. I don't know, like what you would charge or anything like that, but I've literally been working on something for a lot. So I've been developing a game for a little over 4 years now in Unreal Engine. And
Okay.
I literally don't ever tell anybody this, but it's a survival game. It's basically like Atlas, but the Atlas kind of ripped me off. but I've been doing that, and I've been doing another game called Spell or Die. It's called Spell or Die, and it's going to be a mobile game. And it's basically a game that you just basically you spell to. It'll give you a phrase, or it'll give you like a certain amount of words, and you got to spell a word out of whatever words it gives you.
A bit like what we were playing the other night with the you get 3 letters.
Exactly. Exactly on the point. And what happens is you actually cast a spell on the boss, and you just keep on upgrading throughout. But anyways, extensions for Twitch. I am working on an extension for Twitch right now to do tournaments. So Elder Scrolls Sparky Pants is working on one as well. Theirs is a little bit different than what I'm doing, but the one that I'm doing is basically what I'm trying to do is to make it to where it's already implemented in Twitch. So you're going to be able to report and everything right on. Like, there's going to be like a little pop-up bubble that will let you join very easily, and it will automatically generate you to the bracket. And I'm trying to do I'm trying to set it up in SQL so it will actually keep track of everybody. And that's the problem I'm having. I cannot do SQL at all. I do not know how to grab the Twitch's API to log it to SQL. I don't know how. I don't even know how to start to do that.
Okay, bud.
And so I've been having a lot of issues doing that. So that's one thing that I have a problem with. But everything else, design wise and stuff, I have no problem with. It's just doing that SQL and Twitch API. Twitch API is not that complicated, but it's complicated enough to where I don't know how and what language and how to how to complement each other in that way. I don't really know. I'm so confused.
Well, I pick things up really quick, so yeah, I can we'll ping each other at some point, and you give me some kind of problem, and I can try and find a solution for you.
All right, Ben, you're the man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll send you what little bit of code that I have and some of the design work that I've got done on it. I can actually. So Twitch is really weird about accepting extensions. They're really weird about it because it's if you're taking a like a person's ID or whatever, like you can't use like certain personal information. And I'm not trying to take personal information, but I'm trying to take um I would like to know the person's email, just because if we're doing tournaments, it would be cool to be able to send out like a mass email. And Twitch doesn't like that. They'll ban the extension for it unless you like get some kind of like pre-authorization. And it's like this whole just big field of BS.
Well, that's
But
mostly
I tried to do it.
mostly the problem of trying to get through the BS layer and working out what you can call, what is it you're trying to achieve, and how you get from A to B, obviously. But yeah, you've just got to go through the API layers and just work out what it is that you're trying to do, what information they can allow you to do, and how you can twist it to do what you need to do.
Yeah. I was actually working with Ruby. I was working with Ruby a little bit with it, and because I got a buddy that does a lot of stuff, and he said that it would work, but Twitch doesn't support it properly. And he said that it would cause all the issues. He was like, you should just do like a complete Python script. He said to use Python because it's the easiest. And I don't know, like I know I like do simple things in Python, stop and go, things like that. But I just don't know how to. There's just a lot that I don't know how to do. But designing part I'm good at, and the small stuff I'm good at. But there's just so many things I want to do, but I just can't. Like I've got this book that I've been studying for probably 2 years now. Like I read it all the time, and I'm always trying to learn new stuff, but it's just so overwhelming sometimes. It's just, and I'm one of those people that I'm a grabber. I get on GitHub and I just grab stuff. I'm just copying and pasting and trying to get it to to work. I'm finding other people's solutions to my problems, kind of thing.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you can hook it up together and it works, that's fine. I mean, I've been developing since God's sake, 90s. So it's just constantly a case of how do I make X do Y, and that's all it fundamentally comes down to. And whatever the platform is, you've just got to work within the parameters of the platform. So it sounds to me like you have a thorough understanding of the domain that you're in. It's just you've got an issue about, I want to do, how do I get from the X to the Y? And it's a case of learning the environment that you're in to make that transform.
Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping to get it out before they ever released their extension, just so I could prove that I'm trying to do as much as I can for the community itself. I've just been trying, I just want them to understand that I'm trying my best to push the game as hard as I can, even though, I think there's a lot of people that don't know this game. They don't even know it exists. And I think if they knew that it exists...
I mean, I'd stumbled across this. I've been playing ESO. I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online for 3 years. And literally 2 weeks ago, I discovered this game.
And that's basically whenever they started kind of semi-advertising it. That's when it started semi-advertising it, and that's why you found it. And that's what I never could understand. I kind of understand why they never did push it in the beginning, because there was such a drought in content. I get that. But, dude, they have an amazing... I mean, it's a really, really well done game. I mean, it's very much... It's done very well.
They've also got a really good backstory to the entire thing. I mean, this is... I'm looking at all the characters going, oh, I understand that character because I play Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, you understand their backgrounds. Yeah.
So they've linked it up really well. And actually, today alone, I've got this notebook in front of me, writing down all the new factions: the Aldemir Dominion, Cyrodiil, the Ebonheart, all of them. And after writing down,
I love how they did that. That's so cool.
What I like massively is that they've done it so well. There's one epic character. There's one legendary, 3 epic, and 2 of the one of each of epic, legendary, and the other type. What is it? You've got each individual one has got the same amount coming in. So there's no one of them has got any more than anybody else. They're all balanced really well. They just got different characters.
Well, and I think that's what they're trying to do, and what the last time I saw an advertisement, they said they basically wrote it's skill based, not RNG based, and honestly, in a way, that's very true, because a lot of games it's very RNG based. A lot of card games are very very RNG. I mean, it's like playing poker, but in this game, if you build your deck properly, regardless of what you draw your first turn or second turn, you can still come back. You can still make a comeback if you build properly and know how to play against your opponent. If you know what your opponent has, there's always a way to come back. Like, I mean, like if you start out and you're playing against, like, say that like a massive, it's kind of like playing a Withered Hand Cultist. You know, the guy's playing like a ton of actions because he's playing. Let's say he's playing Tribunal. He's playing Tribunal. And this is just my basic understanding of the game, because there's still so much that I do not know. I mean, I'm a noob when it comes to this game, honestly. But like if you know the guy is going to be playing a lot of actions, which you might know, you might not know. But say you're playing like Withered Hand, and then you play the new pack Shield Breaker. I mean, if you get both of those off, you're cutting, if you're playing an aggro deck especially, you're cutting them completely off. And you win the game regardless, because they can't stop it. Like, they just cannot stop that. They can't stop that driving force. And I like how they're making the games faster. I don't want to sit in a card game for 30 minutes. It's just, I mean, a lot of people have a different viewpoint on that. A lot of people love sitting there and like building combos and things like that, which is still very possible. But you basically, if you want to do combos, you have to be a player that's willing to take 25 damage to the face in the beginning of the game. You have to be someone who can be patient. That's Kenshi right there. That's Kenshi. That's what he likes.
Yeah.
Kenshi, you can play against Kenshi. You'll either melt him right off the bat, or he'll at the end literally drop one card and just completely come back and win the game. Like, see, I think that's skill based. I don't think that's RNG.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a little bit like RNG to the extent it's RNG, and at the same time it's like knowing how to build a deck, and like you know, because the game gives you random cards, but the thing is, you want to make your deck special. You know, right? Put the right amount of cards in there, maybe some prophecies, and you build like a safety net. And that safety net is what helps you control the game.
Yep.
Right.
Kenshi.
Build synergies and stuff too. That's a big thing to look for in a deck. Like if you're gonna play aggro, you want to put like a bunch of prophecies and like quick low cost cards to hit hard. You might think about going late game and you want to have like a bunch of ramp cards and things like that. It's very moldable. You just need to figure things out.
Yep.
Kenshi, you mind looking over one of my decks here, bud? Since you seem to have a better grasp of late game ideas.
I can try.
I absolutely completely agree with the idea that, you know,
2 rares.
That when you're given a hand, you play the best that you can. This is how cards play. You don't just get given your best card straight away. Everybody's got everybody plays a hand. I play bridge. I've been playing cards since I was 4. You know, it's in my blood. This is kind of, you just don't. You have to make the best of what you've got, basically, and RNG is there definitely, but it doesn't mean that that's the be all and end all. You know, somebody who's playing poker, consistently playing good hands, knowing when to drop, knowing what to do with those hands, is winning money, because that's the way it works.
Yep, that's exactly right. Knowing when to play, because sometimes even when you start the game out, it's like if you're playing aggro, you kind of you're like, oh man, should I play this card now? Is he going to remove it? Or should I just take one on the chin, you know? And like sometimes it's just good to take one on the chin. You have to. Like sometimes you just need to let it happen. And yeah, I don't know. It's really cool. That's one thing I don't like right there. I don't like how you can hover your cards to see what it's going to be. I don't like that. I think it should just be a surprise. I don't like how it like glows like a little bit of blue or glows like a legendary. It takes away the element of surprise.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed that until I watched you unpack something, to be honest.
Yeah, is that not annoying? I hate that. That's one thing I don't like. It tells you what your card is before. I mean, like you don't know what it's going to be, but still, yet it's like really, you're gonna just show this to me? Come on. Like I don't know. It's just it's kind of aggravating sometimes. It's like I just want it to be a surprise. You just never know if you're gonna get something.
I've got one of those before.
Ooh, all right. That's not a bad card. That's an okay
You can't hate
card.
a tomato for being a tomato.
Exactly right. What's up, Blake?
What up?
One more pack.
Here we go.
Legendary, please.
I'm not gonna hover over any of them. Just gonna go straight in.
I don't do it either. I just because it breaks it for me. Oh, what's it gonna be? Come on, legendary. That's a good card. That's a very good card there. That first card's good. That's some good
cards. Thank you.
Ooh, all right. Lawkeeper works, especially if you don't have a good collection. That right there, Lawkeeper.
Okay.
Lawkeeper and the guard is both really good.
Out of those packs, that was 4 new cards. Thank you. That was awesome.
Yep, nice, man. I'm Gunter 9 is the one who gave me some extra packs. He streams all the time. He's a good dude. Like he's really a good guy. He literally was like, "Here, man." He's like, "I know you're low on packs." He was like, "Here, give some of these out." Just, awesome. I mean, and he literally sent me a message and said, "Hey, listen, you don't have to say that I gave you these packs or anything like that." He was like, "I just want to be here to support the stream and support you as a person." And I was like, "Dude, that is like." That's like you can't be like that is the biggest compliment in the world. And I'm gonna of course say who gave them to me. I got to like it just I can't stop from saying it. I have to. And he's literally like, just don't tell anybody. It's fine. And I'm like, no, you've got to be known, bro. I was like, and he's a good streamer. He really is. He's a good streamer. He doesn't play meta. He's not somebody that will sit and play. Like sometimes he will and sometimes he doesn't. But sometimes he'll just play whatever he wants. He doesn't care if he ranks up or deranks or whatever. I'm a very I really like aggro decks. I like fast games. I like games that I can understand because I'm not as comprehensive as most people are at the game. I'm just not, and I've accepted that. I know that I'm not. But it's really nice to it's just truly nice to know that you know in a game like this, you can play what you want to play. Like if you want to be an aggro player, you can be an aggro player. And if you want to be what some people would call scumbag, which is like, hard removal, how's that? I don't see that being scumbag. That's the biggest risk you can take is to play like to play Telvanni or to play what's the other one? The big removal one, not Telvanni, but what am I trying to say? Words are leaving my mind. I need food.
I wouldn't know. We've got TR, which is Tribunal, House Tabani, Redoran, Halalu, or Dagoth.
What is the other one? Tribunal. Tribunal is what I meant to say. Yeah, Tribunal. Tribunal
checking out your deck, Drek, and what's like the big synergy that you have for this deck? You don't mind me asking?
Yeah, that one's not for the tournament. Let me pull it back up. Give me a second. Essentially, it's running off the Hex Mages.
Oh, I didn't see them there. All right.
Oh
Yeah,
ex-
there's Hex Mages in there. There's the Flame Singers for early game just to get some damage out. And then there's just more or less just a lot of card pull trying to keep the spells going, along with there's a Supreme Antronarch, Laneth, Arian, the Dominion Queen, and then
What would you lane this for? Like Atromancer at the end?
yeah, either Antromancer or the Arian.